you look at your funds currently, what are your biggest AI exposures, if I could ask it that way?
First of all, David, thank you. And I think you're raising a very good point and giving incredible perspective to what's going on here. We have never seen concentration in the market like we're seeing today towards very few stocks. In fact, if you go back to the Great Depression of the 1900s, so 1929, we are higher, or we did reach a point that was higher today in terms of concentration than back there. If you measure it by using a Goldman study, the largest cap in the world, the largest cap stock, I should say, in the S&P 500, divided by the 75th percentile stock. So if you look at the bottom quartile, the top stock there, an easy way to get at concentration. This can mean one of two things. Either we're about to see the market broadening out dramatically, and a more healthy market than concentration is not a good thing usually, or the other two times, or a number of times we've seen this, is right before we're going to go into a very significant correction. So 1973 and 2000, you saw peaks, but in 1932 and 2009, you also saw peaks like this in terms of concentration. And the follow through there was a bull market that broadened out and benefited more stocks. So I think that's a great setup. In terms of AI, I think we have to look at every company through an AI lens, because it really is going to separate the winners from losers. And when we see such concentration, and especially the move in Nvidia, so let me set this up and give you our experience with Nvidia. We got into Nvidia in 2014 when it was on this split adjusted basis, a little over $4. And of course, today it's $1,200. We rode that stock in the flagship portfolio up to roughly $400. So that's a 100-fold increase. And then we were saying to ourselves, wait a minute, if Nvidia is going to keep running like this, the only reason it should deserve to do that is if it's going to benefit a lot of other companies. And we began to look at what those other companies might be. Now, we do own Nvidia in our more specialized portfolios, both, in Europe, Asia, and the US. In the flagship, though, where the real estate is more dear, and we need to be exposed to all of the innovation platforms, the 14 technologies that are evolving, we did pull away. And I suppose it was a bit of a statement, but we said, hey, if this is not going to benefit other companies, then what is this move in Nvidia all about? And while Nvidia has created just an incredible company, all praise to Jensen Huang for seeing the future, and we heard him back in 2014 and rode the wave. But now AI has to play out elsewhere in a very big way for Nvidia and others to deserve their valuations.